It was a roller coaster of a week for Sunny and General Hospital viewers, as everyone in Port Charles seemed to be turning against the coffee importer. Joss and Tracy let no time pass after the fire at Charlie's to blame Sunny for it, and a list of other things, including Morgan's death. They seemed to have forgotten entirely about Ava and Julian's part in what happened to Morgan. Then there was Joss, changing her story once again, now claiming her real reason for joining the WSB was to take Sunny down, and going off on another one of her tirades about her former stepfather. Ms. E posted in Wednesday's recap, "Please, tone it down, Joss. He is your sibling's father, and your mother will never let you take him down. And if you're taking him, you will need to take Jason with him." Yeah, Carly won't stand for that. As for Tracy, she's long held an understandable grudge against Sunny, but I had to laugh when Day 1989 joked that Tracy has SDS, Sunny derangement syndrome. Then there is Sunny being a person of interest in Natalia's death, when it could have easily been Sidwell, given their messy history. The autopsy should clear Sunny, but many were shocked the show killed Natalia rather than send her away so she might be brought back someday. Jill commented in our recaps, "They totally wasted Eva's character, such a good actor to be given a crappy role like Natalia. Sadly, her character was doomed from the beginning by Natalia's homophobic tirades and beliefs. Another casualty of the Sunny Sidwell war was, sadly, fan favorite Ms. Wu. Livy commented, "I can't believe Selena Wu would let Sidwell force her out of PC so easily. Sunny already knows Sidwell is responsible for the fire, so Selena should tell Sunny Sidwell did it and set her up to take the fall." It was a ridiculous way to write out Selena, given that the next day, even Jason told Dante he believed Sidwell had framed Selena. Here is hoping Sunny will bring her back, and they team up against Sidwell. And as for that fire at Charlie's, the interweb was on fire itself, with people commenting on how stupid Christina's reaction was. Violet 10 noted on Wednesday's episode that Christina could have escaped if she had one working brain cell. As so many others pointed out, "Hey, Christina, the back door you came in is clear for you to exit." Finally, with this inevitable mob war heating up, Nola Girl had me laughing with her comment, "So now Lucas and Marco are Romeo and Juliet with their families at war?" I am not a Romeo and Juliet fan, and am not looking forward to this drama. Michael's mention of having to pop pain pills the morning of Daisy's christening clearly seems to be setting up an addiction story. And you know Willow and Drew will make good use of that in court. I felt sorry for Portia when she was under Brad and Drew's thumb with the blackmail. After this week, not so much anymore. Her setting Jordan and Curtis up was devious, and I'm back on Team Jordan and Curtis. Actually, I'm not sure I ever left that team. I was glad to hear Brooke Lynn tell Maxie that she decided not to go through with her revenge plot, as it would only hurt Rocco. Too little, too late, and there is no way Lulu will believe Brooke Lynn didn't intend to go through with her plan. Also, is anyone worried that Chase and Brooke Lynn's relationship might implode, given everything that's falling apart around them right now? Plus, ruining relationships seems to be the focus of the writers these days. That's it for this week's thoughts and opinions. As always, leave yours in the comments. Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. General Hospital recap for Thursday, July 3rd, reveals that Wiley Corinthos ran to Willow Tate, Emma Scorpio Drake slammed The Britch, aka Britt Westbourne, and Jason Morgan smelled a setup. At the cafe, Emma showed up to see Rocco Falconeri and Danny Morgan. Rocco had Britt questions after seeing the file Brooke Lynn Quartermain had. Emma went on a rant about The Britch and mentioned Britt getting herself pregnant. It dawned on Emma that Rocco was the baby involved, so she ultimately pushed him to get more answers from his parents. At the Quartermain mansion, Maxie Jones got updates from Brooke Lynn on Sunny Corinthos' inadvertently dirty investment. Maxie also got the news about Natalia Ramirez's grim fate and debated with Brooke Lynn over what to do about the Sunny situation. When Maxie picked up a nearby file, it turned out to be the one containing Brooke Lynn's Brit research. Brooke Lynn confessed that she was plotting payback on Lulu Spencer, but she couldn't go through with it because she didn't want to hurt Rocco. At the Metro Court pool, Willow interacted with Giovanni Gio Palmieri, Briefly, before turning her attention to Shay Taylor and Trina Robinson, Willow sang Kai's praises since he came to Drew Kane's rescue with a fake phone call at that disastrous press conference. Once Trina was alone with Kai, she voiced more concerns about Drew and felt that Kai needed to stay away from all the Quartermaines since they were crazy. Tracy Quartermaine showed up to speak with Gio, who gave her a cold response. Nevertheless, Tracy brought up the fire that Christina Corinthos Davis has sustained minor injuries in and warned Gio that he could be in danger too. Emma eventually joined the discussion since Gio was just going to fill her in later anyway. Tracy wanted Gio to move back on the Quartermaine property, but he refused and felt like this was really about turning him against Sunny. When Michael Corinthos brought Wiley for his swimming lesson, he caught a glimpse of Willow and privately urged her to leave. Willow stuck around anyway, so Wiley saw her and ran over to hug his mommy. After Willow blamed the judge for their time apart, Michael let Wiley know they needed to leave now. Wiley was upset over being separated from his mom and complained about the judge to Michael, who embraced him. In the PCPD interrogation room, ADA Justine Turner urged Sunny Corinthos to talk about what really happened since nothing would be admissible without his lawyer present. ADA Turner mentioned the deal she tried to strike with Natalia, so Sunny hinted that she must be feeling guilty about Natalia's grim fate. Turner suggested they both played a role in Natalia's demise, but Sunny argued that how Natalia dealt with her issues was on her. At Lulu Spencer's house, she talked to Laura Collins about all the mob drama and urged her to speak out against Sunny. Laura didn't think that would accomplish much, other than tearing apart the family. Lulu was concerned about Laura falling behind in the polls. Since they couldn't let Ezra Boyle gain control of the mayor's office, Lulu felt that Laura needed to be smart about what came next. Once Laura took off on Thursday's GH episode, Rocco came home and surprised Lulu by pushing for answers about Britt. At Sunny's place, Dante Falconeri found Jason and mentioned the arson being traced to Selena Wu's associates, so he asked Jason if they were buried in the woods already. However, Jason didn't buy that Selena would firebomb Charlie's pub and put Christina in danger, so he assumed this was Jen Sidwell's frame-up. Once he was alone, Jason took a phone call and prepared someone to make a move when they were told. Back with Laura, she showed up at the police station to quiz Sunny about Sidwell now that mob drama was escalating. General Hospital spoilers say Sunny may resort to some bold tactics soon enough, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers suggest the Port Charles mayoral race is heating up, and considering how sketchy Ezra Boyle is, it's hard not to think he'll do something shady to ensure he scores the win. During the Thursday, July 3rd episode, Lulu Spencer had a chat with Laura Collins. Lulu was concerned about all the mob drama surrounding Sunny Corinthos and her mom possibly declining in the polls because of it. Lulu wanted Laura to be a little more proactive about the entire thing by speaking out against Sunny to secure her win over Ezra. The last thing Lulu or any one of the heroes in PC want is for Ezra to become mayor. With that said, many have pointed out the great job Laura has done as mayor of Port Charles, and if her popularity among some of the soap's top characters is any indication of Laura's chances of winning this election, then she's got it in the bag, right? Still, this is the land of daytime drama, and viewers can't shake the idea that a plot twist is on the horizon. Laura winning the election would be a great ending to this storyline. However, Ezra snagging the role of mayor would create chaos for many fan favorites on canvas, including Sunny and Tracy Quartermaine. Ezra is a snake in the grass, and with fellow slimeball Drew Kane by his side, it's hard not to think these two will get desperate and concoct a plan to rig the PC election. They'll stop at nothing to get closer to their goals of edging Sunny out of town. And with Drew's money and power, plus Ezra's knowledge of the system as a career politician, there's a good chance they could come up with a scheme to ensure they win the city election by a landslide. Perhaps Jen Sidwell also gets involved and possibly scores another sleek WSB device to help secure Ezra's mayoral win. Whether it's tampering with the voting machines or possibly adding ballots to the boxes, Ezra and Drew's plan could go off without a hitch. Laura will be shocked as polls leading up to the big night may indicate that she was well into the lead, but as many know, polls can often be misleading, so her concerns might be fluffed off easily. General Hospital spoilers suggest that a huge storyline could be on the horizon as Ezra, Drew, and Sidwell take control of Port Charles, while Laura is left reeling in the aftermath of this loss and wondering what to do next. The good guys may rally around Laura, and someone could come to her rescue to launch an investigation. But would it be too late? Why hasn't General Hospital's Serena Baldwin returned to Port Charles? That's a question Soaps.com has been asking for the last 5 years about the daughter of Scotty Baldwin and late wife Dominique Taub via Lucy Coe. And it's something that Herring would like to explore too. When we spoke to the actress about the 2025 Nurses Ball recently, we wanted to know her thoughts on having Serena come back to the Port Charles landscape. She had an immediate idea for a mother-daughter storyline that General Hospital might want to take her up on. "I'm very jealous of the storylines of finding yourself when you have children, what that brings out in you," Herring explained. "I love watching the character of Carly and all the characters that have to navigate through parenthood at all the different ages. I mean, a 2-year-old is kinda hard, but not compared to a 22-year-old. Serena was last seen in Port Charles in 2017 to honor her grandfather, Lee Baldwin, after Hanson's real-life passing that year. Bringing Serena back is also a great excuse to have Scotty back on our screens, and there's no arguing that point. Plus, this storyline idea already has Herring's official stamp of approval. DVR alert! In recognition of Independence Day celebrations, ABC will not be airing a new episode of General Hospital on Friday, July 4th, 2025. Instead, viewers will be treated to an encore presentation of the November 27th, 24 episode. A lot has happened in the 7 months following that episode. Stepping back to that day, Sasha just found out she was pregnant. Since then, baby Daisy has gone from a secret existence and secret daddy to now being the toast of the Corinthos, Quartermain, and Scorpio families. And now, she might be the youngest person ever to have a stalker. Gio still loved playing the violin and was preparing to play the national anthem at the PCU Longview football game when Kai was still QB1. Chase and Lulu were at the blissful beginning of their baby-making journey, but an ominous look on Brooklyn's face indicated it would not really be her first baby. The pain from the exhausting journey to Gio's parentage reveal continues to be felt by all involved, and, at the rate Brooklyn is going, it might take another 7 months before Gio will even talk to her. While Lucky and Elizabeth were on Cyrus's trail and discovering how much time he'd been spending with Lulu and other patients at Turning Woods, they also discovered Lulu was awake and on the loose. Cyrus was eventually unalived by the now up-and-coming super spy, Jocelyn, and no one seemed to care to find out if he was really dead, and if so, who killed him. Maybe Brennan had him hidden next to Austin Gatelin Holt's body. After a few small adventures and a failed marriage proposal, Lucky decided to leave Port Chuck and take an excited Aiden for a summer adventure. Lulu had recently broken out from Turning Woods, where she'd awakened from her coma only days earlier. She received the best surprise she could ask for when she ran into Rocco after sneaking into the Quartermains, and went on to make the world's most miraculous recovery from a coma and kidney surgery. In no time, she was scouring Port Charles and crossing the globe to find Charlotte, stumbling into Gio's parentage along the way. Now, she's just been hit by Brooklyn's vengeance and will be tasked with explaining Rocco's less-than-ideal origin story to him. It may help him feel better to know Charlotte's origin story is, at least, as messed up as his, though. The excruciatingly painful trial of Ava was in full swing. Rick spent the day gleefully proving there was no low too low when it came to defending Ava and hurting Christina. Ava, Natalia, and Molly also took the stand. Since then, Rick and Ava have managed to find new lows by stoking the meanest sister fight of the century, blackmailing Alexis, and extorting Ace's trust. Their lack of moral compass made them compatible, but their love affair is now one dragonberry juice away from crumbling. Where will the next 7 months take the good and not-so-good citizens of Port Charles? So many questions, and so many possibilities. But only time will tell, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers for the week of July 7-11, 2025, tease a week full of reveals and revenge plots. After a short but explosive week in Port Charles, everyone will still be reeling over the devastating events that occurred after Daisy's christening. The week will kick off with Anna questioning Sidwell. Sonny may be suspect number 1, but Port Charles' other mobster isn't far behind him. While the police commissioner works on this case, the chief of detectives, Mac, will be playing matchmaker on Tuesday. But for whom? Now that Rocco knows the truth about Britt giving birth to him, Lulu will start the week enraged. Not at her son, of course, but at the person behind all this, Brooklyn. Look for BLQ to defend herself on Tuesday, while Rocco ends the week making a bold move that could alter his life. The week will also end with an outraged Trina. After another week of weirdness between Portia, Curtis, and Jordan, will Trina learn about what's really going on with her parents? Or worse, will she find out Kai ratted her dad out to Drew after Kai briefs Curtis on Thursday? As if Monday wasn't dramatic enough, Sasha will make a horrifying discovery. Will this involve Daisy? Or maybe another new mom brain mistake? On the Drew front, he'll get leverage against an enemy midweek. Considering how long his list of enemies is, it's impossible to guess exactly who he gathers leverage on and how he'll use it in his favor. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Sonny Corinthos could be charged with Natalia Rogers Ramirez's murder. Marco Rios has already pointed the finger at Sonny to Anna Devane and Harrison Chase. Even though it seems as though Natalia overdosed on tranquilizers, the scene looks highly suspicious as one of Sonny's guards was watching over her and ready to send her off to Belize. Natalia has incriminating evidence against Sonny, and he definitely wanted her gone, so he would be a person of interest in her death. Sonny did not kill Natalia, but it does in fact look that way. Sonny could be shocked when he is arrested for the crime. The PCPD will take Sonny in for questioning, as the circumstances surrounding Natalia's death look highly suspicious. Anna would question Sonny about his relationship to Natalia and why his guard was hanging around her room before her death. Natalia overdosed on alcohol and tranquilizers, and it looks as though the guard may have been acting on Sonny's behalf. Anna would believe that Sonny was making Natalia's death like a suicide in order to take her out, as she has crucial evidence against him. Sonny wouldn't say anything until his lawyer, Diane Miller, arrived, and he would consult with her first. After being questioned, the PCPD could let Sonny go for now, as they wouldn't have anything to hold him on for now. Acting DA Justine Turner would press Anna to get evidence to make an arrest, and Anna could stumble upon some that would make it possible. Sonny would tell Jason Morgan that he didn't kill Natalia, that she committed suicide. Jason would believe him, and they would have to come up with a plan to prove his innocence. A vengeful Marco could find the evidence of the financial records and deception that Natalia complied and turn it over to the authorities. This would show that Sonny had a strong motive to want Natalia dead, and they also have video footage of Sonny's guard hanging out in front of Natalia's door at the Metro Court. Simply unable to ignore the mounting evidence, Anna would be forced to find Sonny and arrest him. Anna would find Sonny and arrest him for the murder of Natalia Rogers Ramirez. Sonny would insist that he is innocent and did not kill her. Anna would tell him that they have evidence and that he is being charged. Jason would call Diane, and Sonny would be hauled off to jail. Will the truth be learned? That Natalia in fact committed suicide, and that Sonny actually did not kill her? What do you think? Do you think that Sonny will be charged with Natalia's murder? Will Marco turn evidence over against Sonny? Can Sonny prove his innocence? Keep watching General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, to find out what's next. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease Maxie Jones will make a discovery. And the discovery may be deception-related in more ways than one. After Natalia Ramirez's permanent exit, Brooklyn Quartermain Chase will tell Maxie what she warned her about Sonny Corinthos' second investment. Did Natalia cook the books? Natalia had warned Brooklyn that Sonny's second investment in Deception Cosmetics wasn't quite clean, and Brooklyn tried to tell Harrison Chase. They were at the chapel for Daisy Gilmore Corinthos' christening, but Chase couldn't talk about it. Natalia had proof of something on a flash drive that she mentioned to Sonny, that she claimed she didn't give to Acting District Attorney Justine Turner. She had told Sonny that it was in a safe deposit box, and it would keep the authorities from having evidence on him. Might the information on this drive be something she downloaded from Deception Cosmetics' financial software? And did she cook the books herself to make Sonny's investment look dirty? According to what Natalia told Brooklyn, Deception is supposedly in financial trouble because Sunny's investment wasn't totally clean. Since Chase can't talk about it, and Brooklyn overheard him talking to Turner while they were still at the chapel, Brooklyn decides she'd better tell Maxie what she does know. Maxie agrees this situation needs an audit to happen of all of Deception's accounts, and especially before Tracy Quartermain decides to take a peek. Maxie tells Brooklyn this will be their secret, and they will consider what Natalia said a lie until proven. Maxie admitted this may take a while, as the audit she'll do will be very, very thorough. Maxie is appalled when she looks into Deception's financial accounts, and especially the cash at hand. Natalia hasn't worked for them in quite some time, and yet all of this was hidden. She finds the company is in financial trouble with a lot of money missing. But not only that, she finds evidence of creative accounting and someone's money laundering. But what she finds is not Sunny's MO. He's never been an embezzler, and he doesn't even have access to the books as far as the questionable investment load. That is true. But does she believe Sunny is behind the scheme not on your life? She plans to have Damian Spinelli do some sleuthing to see who's really the perp, although Natalia was cooking the books. General Hospital spoilers suggest the stakes are sky high in Port Charles, as Carly Spencer could be left scrambling to shield Sonny Corinthos from a triple threat. His risky setup of Natalia Ramirez, Jen Sidwell's relentless targeting, and ADA Justine Turner's aggressive legal pursuit. With Sonny's setup of Natalia's new life to neutralize her backfiring in his face with her death, Sidwell's power grab escalating after the Charlie's Pub firebombing, and Turner closing in with evidence to dismantle his empire, Carly's loyalty is bound to end up in overdrive. Could her next plan to save Sonny involve a fake marriage to present a united front, echoing their past ploys? Will fans endure another staged union to keep Sonny free, or is there a different play in the works? Sonny's calculated move to frame Natalia's future, aiming to silence her, has unraveled, with her drunken tirade at Daisy Corinthos Gilmore's christening and subsequent suicide, fueling Turner's case. Sidwell's attacks, including the unsolved penthouse bombing, signal his intent to seize Sonny's peers, while Turner's impending evidence threatens jail time. Carly, ever his ride or die, might propose a fake marriage to project stability, as we've seen so many times before. Diane Miller might resort to this suggestion again, but will Sonny agree or push for a riskier counterstrike? Carly's history of faux unions with Sonny makes this a plausible tactic. By remarrying, they could sway public perception and weaken Turner's case, especially if Carly spins it as a family-first move for Avery Corinthos. But her budding romance with WSB chief Jack Brennan serves as a major complication. No way would he understand, and she couldn't possibly tell him her true motivations, even if he could guess. If Carly and Sonny stage a wedding, will it fool Turner and Sidwell, or backfire, drawing scrutiny from the WSB and police commissioner, Anna Devane? A fake marriage could stabilize Sonny's empire, shielding him from Turner's prosecution and Sidwell's aggression, but it risks alienating Carly's new paramour. We expect many fans wouldn't be on board with this charade, though we are more than ready for Sonny to find love again, just not at Carly's personal expense. Next on GH, Lulu is enraged. Sasha makes a horrifying discovery, and Anna questions Sidwell. In addition to an enraged Lulu, General Hospital spoilers for Monday, July 7, 2025, will also focus on Sasha, who makes a horrifying discovery. Meanwhile, Cody and Brooklyn clear the air. Lulu is enraged, and she will eventually take her anger out on Brooklyn. But first, at the end of Thursday's episode, Rocco returned home seeking answers. "Tell me about Britt Westbourne," he demanded. On Monday, Rocco wants to know the specific details of his birth origin story and how Britt played into it. On the flip side, just wait for Rocco to tell his mom how he even knew to ask about Britt in the first place. Once he fills her in on Danny discovering Brooklyn's file with his name on it, it will set Lulu off. Meanwhile, Sasha makes a horrifying discovery. Does this mystery stalker strike again? If the teasers describe the discovery as horrifying, then maybe things escalate beyond lurking or doing little things to mess with Sasha's mind. Yeah, this won't be about mind games like switching out Daisy's onesie. It'll probably be something even more serious, It has been a minute since Gio found out that his whole life was a lie, and that Brooklyn and Dante are his parents. So far, Gio has been processing the news slowly. He has experienced intense feelings of anger and quit music altogether. More recently, Tracy tried to get Gio to see that his grandpa Sonny was a danger to him. When Gio seeks a new perspective, is it about his bio parents or his grandfather? And who does he consult? Also, look for Cody and Brooklyn to clear the air. After all, he basically teamed up with Lulu to hunt down the truth about Gio being Brooklyn's son. There might be some awkwardness between them that they need to tackle. Sure, Sidwell threw Selena Wu under the bus by hiring her men to torch Charlie's pub. But is anybody really fooled by this devious deflection? Doesn't seem that way. However, it's about what the police can prove. On Monday, PCPD Police Commissioner Anna Devane is set to question Sidwell. He will, of course, lead with his fake charm, a fake story, and a fake alibi. However, Anna knows firsthand what this man is capable of. She saw how he operated in Africa. What will be her takeaway from this questioning? Could Drew finally get exposed? General Hospital fans are impatiently awaiting Drew's downfall. It could happen in spectacular style. Of course, Drew loves to make a statement, and he will do it any way he can, even if that means proclaiming his love for Willow. But a wild hot mic moment could ruin everything he created. Drew held an infamous press conference back in June. Many truths were revealed. In addition to the press conference, there was also an unflattering piece published about him in The Invader. Tracy's revelations led to this notorious press conference. However, GH fans are hoping for another one to unfold. Sandra McAlpin, a fan, came up with this incredible theory. Drew could hold another live press conference at the Port Charles Piers, where he'll share his support for Measure C and announce his upcoming nuptials to Willow. However, it could quickly turn into a disaster when Drew insists that Rick attend as Willow's divorce and custody attorney in an effort to show a united front. But what happens at the conference will not get Port Charles talking. It's what they hear behind the scenes, in the green room. Drew will brag to Rick that his plans to get Willow away from Michael worked in his favor. Drew will go on and on about his efforts to ruin the Quartermains and make sure that Willow never speaks to Michael ever again. He will also expose his plans about lying to Willow that Michael never loved her and that he partnered with Sidwell to hurt Sonny. It wasn't about Measure C. It was never about Measure C. Drew couldn't care less about it. It was about him getting ahead and getting what he wanted. This is also revealed as Willow Martin, Taj Kai, Oi. And the reporters are listening in, getting an earful and documenting every word. Drew has no idea that he's exposing his own blackmail and dirty deeds. This could lead to his public downfall. Ultimately, Drew will get stripped of his congressional seat. Meanwhile, Willow will be allowed to see her kids again at Ferncliff. Drew will be left to pick up the pieces by himself. Even Sidwell and Ezra won't want anything to do with him. Even those in Drew's orbit will suffer the consequences of his actions. Rick will get disgraced, as Martin gets exonerated. General Hospital viewers were surprised when Maxie Jones appeared with a noticeably different look on July 3, 2025. That's because Kirsten Storms, who has played Maxie since 2005, was briefly replaced by Nicole Paggi. While recasts are common in daytime soap operas, especially with longtime characters, the change sparked curiosity among fans eager to know the reason behind it. As reported by Soap Opera Digest, Storms was unavailable to film due to scheduling conflicts, so the show temporarily cast Paggi to fill in. This isn't the first time Paggi has stepped into Maxie's role. She previously played her in December 2023, and again in 2024 under similar circumstances. While her July 3rd appearance surprised many, Paggi's temporary run as Maxie isn't limited to just one episode on General Hospital. As reported by TV Insider, Paggi is set to appear again on July 30th and August 13th. Kirsten Storms is expected to return to screens during the week of August 18th, resuming her role just in time for the next chapter in Maxie's storyline. Instead of writing Maxie out permanently, the show did a short-term recast to keep her involved in the ongoing story in Port Charles, especially in her main role at Deception and her life, which remains connected to several key characters. In recent years, General Hospital has briefly recast the character Maxie Jones several times to accommodate Kirsten Storm's health and personal needs. In 2011, Storms was temporarily away from the show due to endometriosis, and actress Jen Lilly filled in from September 2011 through August 2012. In 2016, Storms again took time off because of skin issues, and Molly Burnett stepped in to portray Maxie temporarily. Burnett also returned in 2018 when Storms was out with the flu. In 2021, Storms announced she had undergone brain surgery to remove a non-cancerous cyst and took an extended break. During that time, Maxie was written off the show and reported to be visiting Texas. Most recently, Nicole Paggi filled in from 2023 to 2024, and her return in 2025 made her a familiar face to fans. Nicole Paggi is a television actress with extensive experience in both primetime and daytime shows. She gained recognition for her portrayal of Jenny Bradbury in the 2001 drama Pasadena. She later appeared in Providence as Brittany, Sydney Shanowski in the sitcom Hope and Faith, and Sarah Crawford in One-on-One. With experience in both drama and comedy, Paggi brings versatility and skill to Maxie, having previously stepped in successfully for Storms during her absences. While Storms hasn't issued an official statement about her temporary absence from General Hospital, she recently shared a glimpse into her life off-screen. While seeing a new face as Maxie may be temporarily jarring for longtime viewers, the recast is part of the soap tradition of keeping storylines moving, even when actors need time off. With Nicole Paggi stepping in for a few episodes and Kirsten Storms scheduled to return by mid-August, fans can rest assured that Maxie isn't going anywhere. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you!